Welcome to Fitness by Design, the podcast where we engineer optimal health, energy, and confidence for corporate men without having to sacrifice their career or family time. I'm your host, Coach Spencer, and today we are diving into something that could genuinely change your life forever. And that is achieving the body that you have finally been working for with a system that will actually last more than 12 weeks. So let me ask you this. Do you feel like you have tried everything out there to lose weight? And you've followed those diet plans, you've squeezed in the gym sessions, and maybe you've even lost some weight. But then you just gain it all back after that program ends. And you're just stuck in this loop, wondering if losing that extra weight is even possible with your career, your family, and the million other things that you have on your plate. And here's the kicker. If all of that effort actually worked, wouldn't you be in the best shape of your life by now? The truth is, losing weight isn't about doing more things. It's about finding what works and doing more of that. So by the end of today's episode, you're going to know exactly why my program, the Engineered Fitness Blueprint, has helped so many corporate men reclaim their health and their confidence, and ultimately why booking a call with me might be the simplest and smartest decision you have ever made. So let's get into it. Now imagine this. You wake up, you feel energized, you didn't hit the snooze button 3 times, you're sharp and focused at work, you're ready to crush the day, and you're not having to drag yourself through every single meeting. And when you walk through the door at night, you actually have the energy to play with your kids, connect with your partner, or just unwind without being a vegetable on the couch. And the best part is, you don't actually have to sacrifice happy hours with your coworkers, or pizza night with the family, or even date night with your partner to make it all happen. Now, this may all sound like a really crazy dream, but this isn't Disney Plus. This is exactly what life looks like when you stop spinning your wheels, starting again every Monday, and start implementing a system that actually was built for you. Now, when I created the Engineered Fitness Blueprint, I had one mission, and that was to take all of my years of experience in trial and error and build something that worked for men just like me. Because most fitness programs out there are way too rigid, or the time commitment is just downright overwhelming. And they ask you to go live in the gym, do cardio twice a day, give up everything you actually enjoy eating, like wings and burgers. And the worst part is, it all feels like you're having to overhaul your entire life just to see some results on the scale. And worse, if you can stick to it, they're almost impossible to maintain for more than a few weeks or months. But the Engineered Fitness Blueprint is built different. It's about making fitness fit into your life and not feel like a second job. Now, within the program, we have 4 foundations that we use to design and build the body that you actually deserve. The first is our flexible fueling system. Think of this as like the cornerstone of your health. Discovering how to structure your nutrition for your life without having to give up those pizza nights, those happy hours, or any of the foods that you actually enjoy eating. And then we have our metabolic resistance training. This is the foundation for all of your strength and energy. You're going to build muscle, burn fat, and boost your performance with as little as 3 efficient workouts every single week. Next is our performance mindset optimization. So this is a lot like the framing and construction. This is that piece that actually starts to grow your transformation. This is where we rewire those habits, crush that self-doubt, and start to build that consistency to last a lifetime, not just for the next 12 weeks. And then we wrap everything up with our functional health protocols. Think of this as all the blueprint's fine detailing. This is where we take comprehensive lab testing and uncover potential hidden roadblocks inside of your own system that we wouldn't see otherwise. Things like stress and fatigue and how it's impacting you, and ultimately creating a plan to help you overcome them. Now, if you're skeptical right now, I totally get it. So let me stop gabbing on about my program and actually give you some real-world transformations of some of the guys that are experiencing this. So starting out with my buddy Jake. Jake came to me absolutely stuck. He's an IT engineer, and he was out of breath after walking up just 1 flight of stairs into his apartment. He knew something had to change, and he thought that he had to just starve himself and live at the gym to see results, and it wasn't going to work for him. So instead, we nearly doubled his calories over the first 3 months working together, and we built out easy workouts he could hit in his apartment gym, and ultimately just focused on building sustainable habits for him. And in 16 weeks, Jake dropped 20 pounds, eating more than he ever had before. He's now thriving at work, he's crushing his schoolwork to finish his dual major, and he finally feels confident in his fitness again. And then there's Ari. Ari is a CFO of a private equity firm, and Ari really never struggled with weight before he came to me. He had always been athletic growing up, but as his career grew and he was getting older, so did his waistline. And ultimately he felt stuck, he was overwhelmed by the amount of information out there, and he was just unsure what to do in the gym. And we kept it very simple for him. Created 4 45-minute workouts a week, smarter dialed in nutrition with a heavy focus on protein intake, And ultimately, we just built a plan that fit into his life, trying to wrangle his 2 toddlers at home. And in 10 weeks, Ari dropped 14.9 pounds. He's sharper at work, he's more engaged at home, and he's getting compliments almost daily on his physique and finally feels in control of his health again. Now, these aren't just transformations, these are breakthroughs. Jake and Ari didn't see results because they worked harder. They saw results because they worked smarter. They stopped trying to do it alone. The system is built to work for your life, not against it. It's not a quick fix, it's not a crash diet, it's a proven path to a life that you will actually love forever. But let's be honest for a minute, this is not for everybody. So if you're looking for a magic pill or some get fit quick scheme, this is not going to be it. But if you're ready to stop redoing keto or trying carnivore and fasting, and you want to get serious about actually losing the extra weight that you've been carrying around for years, and if you're finally ready to take control of your health, then this is for you. And as my client said in our episode that's dropping later this week, you've got nothing to lose by having a conversation. So here's what I want you to do. Message me the word design on Instagram at Spencer H. Gallo to learn more about what the Engineered Fitness Blueprint is and how it might work for you. Or if you're a little bit more of a go-getter, just book a free call. On the call, we're going to identify the habits and potential roadblocks that are holding you back from seeing results right now. We're going to help you build that clear plan that fits into your life and ultimately create a system that makes success inevitable for you. In the worst case scenario, you walk away from that call with actionable advice to move forward, whether we work together or not. The best case scenario, this call could be the turning point where your health and fitness finally align with the success that you've been building in your career and your family life. You've been trying to do this alone and it hasn't worked. So why not try something that does? So click the link in the show notes to book your call or DM me the word design today, because your health does not have to compete with your success. It can fuel it. So thanks for tuning into today's episode of Fitness by Design, and I'll see you in the next episode.